What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, in the house. How's we all doing?
This is the quietness to make sure that we are actually live.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yep. Wait, let me check the audio.
We are live.
We are live. Okay.
We're
cool.
live.
Are we live?
Can you confirm this, Jay? Can you confirm?
NASA, are we live?
What's up, vapors? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another awesome episode of the Super Awesome Vape Show. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Simon, but everyone calls him Mr. Coily. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show once again.
Pleasure.
And I think congratulations are in order to you, good sir, because you have won the best accessory of 2019 for the Vape Round Awards. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it right there.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, good
Well
sir.
done, well done.
Thank you.
Well deserved. So, right off the bat, just tell us what went through your head when they made the announcement.
So, I was mentioning this on our show the other day. I was invited to go down to do some marketing, and I turned it down 2 or 3 times until it was my birthday on the day that it happened as well. I was 51 that day. And we turned it down. My wife said, "No, I'm going to take you out. You'll enjoy it. It's your birthday." So we went down. We were stood actually waiting to go into the room, and one of the organisers came up to me. He says, "I know you thought you were sort of coming down here to do marketing, but you may have been nominated for an award." So that was the sort of first inkling. That was when my sort of arse fell through my jeans, and then we went in. We had the meal, and I think Aidan's mentioned before there was this awards just dragged on and on and on because you had your starter, an award, main course, more awards, and about 5 minutes before the accessory award was announced, he said to me, he says, have you prepared for this? I said, prepared for what? He says, well, second or third, you don't go up on the stage. He says, first place, you'll have to go up on the stage. He says, would your wife be prepared to go up with you on stage if you won? Oh, so anyway, that was it. That was good indications. But even to the last minute, I wasn't absolutely sure until it was just announced, and absolutely terrified, over the moon. Adrenaline started flowing as I was walking down the aisle. I could hear Aidan and all his table over there screaming and shouting behind me. But terrified, being stood up in front of 550 people from all the sort of industry leaders having to do a speech. Absolutely terrified.
Yeah, we know what to do. I mean, even I got a little bit of emotional, you know, when we were walking down. Oh, yeah! Everybody was stood on the table. Reviewers table. I
was watching Devil Vapor's review of the expo, and they had the clip of when it was announced on the screen. I saw you stand up, people stood on chairs, people shouting. Honestly, it's a moment I will never ever forget. Absolutely loved it. Fantastic.
Yeah, well deserved as well.
Yeah.
It's like I've said that, and I've said from day one. You know, I designed it and created it. There was a team of people who tested it at the start. So you know, credit to those people, but credit to everybody that supported it: customers, vendors, reviewers, all the reviewers that have continued to use it. You know, you've lost it. I thought it was permanently hooked in your case as your carry handle.
It should be around your neck at all times.
Yeah.
Or your wrist. It has a wrist strap, you know.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I've actually got 4 of them, but the one that he customly made for me is pink.
It is.
When I show it off in my reviews, it's just pink. Matches my eyes.
Show your feminine side.
Yeah. Well, in any case, yes. I like when I saw Dean the Devil Vapors video, I was like, I even got emotional. I was like, oh. Like, I knew it happened and everything. I'm just like, oh, it's like I'm there.
I'm a very, very shy, quiet guy, and this sort of thing just doesn't happen to me. It just doesn't happen. So for me, it was just honestly out of this world. When I came off, they sort of guide you out of the room and into the bar area, and you get your photograph taken and everything else. And all I saw when I came for your photograph taken, there was Aidan and Mark, TVP, and Dean and Vic and everybody else sort of running into this room and shaking that. Honestly, it was just mind blown for me. Just absolutely mind blown. Loved it.
Right, am I muted now, chat? Got to wait for the delay now.
Yeah, I know. 4 seconds. Yeah, I mean, Simon, you're like, I remember when you first approached me about the Coily, and you were so polite with your email. You're like, well, Nick, if you have some time, could you please just take a look at it? I'm not expecting anything, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yeah, send it, man. I'm always down to support. And I got it in. I was like, hey, this is pretty cool, but introducing a product on my channel to a mostly American viewing audience was pretty cool, and obviously all the other bigger reviewers kind of took a look at it as well. So that had to help you,
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
Getting it out there.
Yeah, and the reviewers using it, and I said that, for me, I didn't expect a lot of people to buy it. I didn't expect a lot of people to use it at the start, and it went absolutely crackers when I first launched it, just the 3D printed version. So it's far outdone anything I expected it to do. And as you say, all the other reviews, the international reviews that picked it up on the website, there's a list of all the reviews, and that review list is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just continues to grow. And I would love to be able to name every reviewer that's ever used it. I can guarantee I would forget somebody and offend somebody and everything else. Just to honestly to everybody that's used it and shown the love for it. There's still a lot of reviewers that I can't get in touch with. Some that just never get back to me. Some that I try to speak to that I don't get the joy of speaking to.
Well, if you need help, I know plenty of them. So we'll talk after the show or privately, I can get you some details there. But congratulations once again, man. Seriously, it's well deserved.
But I've got to admit that Coily is a godsend. I use it every time I do a build. Coily is used.
The biggest thing for me, and the biggest sort of thing that I get, I mean, a lot of the sort of the negative stuff sort of washes over me now. When I first launched it, I used to spend forever defending it, going onto YouTube comments, going onto Facebook pages, and defend. I thought, you know what? You either get it or you don't get it. If you don't get it, then that's fine. But the biggest thing that people say, oh, you've created something to solve a problem that doesn't exist. No, it doesn't solve a problem. It's to help. I always use the analogy of like, when you were a kid and you had the little toolkit and you had the little drill to drill holes. Yeah, I could still use that if I wanted to, but I've got a cordless power drill now. Makes life so much easier. So that's what I compare it to. It's not a problem solver. It's just something to help. And obviously, it's people have seen something in it, because when you've got the likes of Watofo and Van de Veek creating their own versions of it as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. You get a lot of copycats. Sorry, Aidan, go ahead.
Sorry, I was saying, I just remember that because obviously you came on last of the summer vapes with my brother when it were first coming out, and I remember a lot of people saying it like exactly what you said. It's a tool that it's not really needed. Then I've seen quite a number of people go back on their word and said, well, it's a godsend for what I've got now. Yeah,
it makes life easier, and the biggest thing for me. The most rewarding thing that I've seen is people with dexterity issues that struggle to build, people with eyesight issues that struggle to build. It helps with those things as well, which is something I never thought of when I did it. But that's really rewarding to see something like that.
Yeah. So let's just kind of jump topics a little bit, and why don't you just start us off with your buffet? What are you vaping on today?
So I'm vaping on. This was my birthday present from my wife from Expo, which was the Lustro Stabwood, which I really like. And on top of that, I have the Rebirth RTA, and in there I have Bake Oil Tart from Home Baked. I also have Aidan. You've seen this because I'm vaping most of what I was vaping on Wednesday night. Although one new thing. I'm also on the True link tank on top of the Lost Vape Coral DNA, and in there I have Elements freshly squeezed, which is the Nick Salts one, 20mg Nick Salts. I also have this, which I got a couple of days ago, which is the Rimco Mechman 228 mod with the Zeus X on top of there. And in that I have custard, which is just strawberry jam custard. And I have the Vapors Cloud. God, I forget the name of the service at Reborn. Mech with the RD on top of that. And in there I have, which I was over the moon to get at Expo, the Blaz Peach. Thank you, Nick.
Yay!
Aiden's been telling me how good it is for ages, and I've just managed to get my hands on some Expo from Nick last weekend. So,
And what do you think to honest opinion?
Love it, absolutely love it. The peach juice, it is the nicest peach juice that I've had. The peach juice is.
Moving on. No, I'm joking. I'm actually torn between the peach and the mango.
Oh, see, my favourite one's the melon.
That's Laura's favourite one.
See, I don't like melon. I'm not a big melon fan, although I did try one watermelon juice at Expo, which I really liked, so I got some of that as well.
I do like the berry as well. But unfortunately, everybody had raided it by the time I got there.
I know. I brought 4 gallon-sized bags full of Blaz, as much as I could grab from the shop before I left. And on the first day, 3 of the 4 bags were gone.
That even wasn't the reviewers. That were just people who were sat around.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm here to share the love. As long as most people got it, I'm trying to bring more and more every time I go over there. I'm just going to pack a whole suitcase full of Blaz.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't raid it at the airport, to be honest.
What, and took it for themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Put a little letter.
That was the best bit. No Nick to add. I would vape it straight away. Absolutely.
That's how we do it over here. But now they're just banning flavors and adding taxes. So America. Well, that's nice, man. Go ahead.
I'm vaping. Every time vaping on.
Nice. So you're you're a bit of a gearhead. You're a bit of you like your nice mods. You don't just vape whatever.
I do. I mean, I say this is the most recent. It was the Mechman, and I like that. It's patriotic for me. I'm a big patriotic person. The only thing I don't like is a bit of movement on the battery. It's a bit.
See, maybe you should start a review channel.
Yeah, possibly should.
There you go. Why don't you pass it off to one of our other fine panelists here?
Mr. Mike's mech reviews, I think, would be interesting.
Okay. Cheers, Simon. Well, to start with, Old Faithful V-sticking with the Zeus X. In that, I've got the Homebrew Spiced Up Strawberry, which is a strawberry cinnamon.
Sounds nice.
It is very nice. I've also got the Topside Jill, if you can see it, as Jay's probably got the filter shit going again. With the blank RDA from Asmodus.
The what?
And,
Nothing. Carry on.
And in that, I'm on the last dregs of my Wicklicker Boulevard. Then I'm on the, the Keen from Times Vape. And I've got the Rebirth on top of that. And in that, I've got EVC's Salted Caramel Custard, which I picked up yesterday from Sussex Vape Shop.
So good, that.
Fucking lovely. And then last but not least, I've got the new Aspire AVP.
Well,
APB.
Shoot me down dead. Mike's got a pod.
AVP, yeah. And in that...
And it's hung around his neck.
Yeah.
I know, right?
In that, I've got the Juicer Melon. Melon Berry Medley, which is 0 Nick, but it's got 1,200 milligram of the other stuff in it.
The other stuff. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was award winners as well, then. Juicy, they won an award as well.
I've got no clue.
Yeah, they won an award.
Nice. So, yeah, that's me for tonight. I will pass it off on to Mobro.
Okay, cheers, Mike. So I've got my Old Faithful, which I have every show. The Tesla Invader 2.3 with the Bonza 1.5 on the top. In there, I have some Royalty 2 from Vapetasia. A little bit different from my normal flavor profile, but it's doing the job. It's quite nice. I've got the Tesla Invader V4 with the Twisted Messes TM24 Pro on the top. In there, I have some Beast Blood from V-Juice, which is like a raspberry candy. I'm I'm sure there's a slight hint of sourness to that, but I'm not sure. I'll have to vape more of it to figure that out. I've got the V-Boy with the Serpent Elevate on the top. In there, I have some pink wafer. Pink wafer from Crunchy's E-Liquid.
He makes himself laugh.
I thought you said the Luftwaffe.
Yeah. You know. And last but not least, I have a pod in my rotation as well, the EQ, without my logo on it, like Nick's one that has his logo because he's an elitist. The EQ with some of the fresh squeezed 20 milligram Nick salts from Element. And that is me. I shall pass it off to Aidan, little bro.
Yo, nice to see everybody. And also, again, big congratulations to Simon. What am I vaping on? We have got the Old Banshee now. This is a present from Simon. I wanted one of these when they first came out, but I didn't get one, so he gave me his, which I'm very happy about. And on top of that, I've got the throwawayable tank, like I always call them, from Blitz. It's the Mate. Quite like this. The only thing, it's not an adjustable airflow, but it has got top fill. None of those little tiny bungs that always break, but this has actually got top fill, which is pretty good. And in that, I have got some leprechaun juice, a little bit of leprechaun juice, which is the Sapphire Ice, which is a raspberry and Parma Violets, which I quite like. We have then got the Ironclad from Vatio with the Kelpie on top, and we have got some of the wonderful Rochford Project. We have then got the it's the new Emperor from Steam Crave. It's the new one that's just come out. Tell you what, this chucks some clouds, this does. And we have got some wonderful berry blaz in there, which is really nice. I do like that one as well, the berry. Then we've got the new iStick Rim. I did say Rim. That's what it is called, the iStick Rim with the mellow on it. Again, just come out, this really nice device. In that, I have got some Romance. This is the Blackcurrant Lemonade. Quite nice.
A bit rim romance, is it?
Bit of rim romance.
A rim romance with the stick.
Rim. Would I lick the rim? Of course I would. Total cheat. Then I have got the other E-Leaf, which is the iMix, which is really nice. Looks really nice as well, with the ELO Pop on it, I think it's called. And in this, I've got this stuff. Everybody needs to go and get some of it. It tastes absolutely gorgeous. This won an award as well. It's the Panther series from Dr. Vapes. It's a blackcurrant smoothie, cotton candy with like creamy undertones on it. But it tastes a little bit more like a strawberry to me. But this stuff is amazing. It really tastes nice. And last but not least, just to keep the pod theme going, I have got the Kilo rocking on that. I think I've got some apple in that, which is really nice. That's me done. I will pass it over to the one and only Jay. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Cheers, man. I'll take it away then, shall I?
Take it away.
So, I have just had my love for mechs rekindled this week, I've got to say. So, I am... Oh, shut up, Mr. Regulated. So, I have got my Dreamer Ardent combo, which I am actually loving right now. And in that, I've got some Leprechaun as well. But this is Banoffee Pie, which is very nice. I have got my Hugo Vapor Raider with the Kelpie on top. And I have got some of the Dr. Vapes Pink Panther in there as well. That's lovely. And like you said, Aidan,
Check that out.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
it's lovely. Like, seriously, I've never done so much juice in a few days, but that's nearly empty. So
Yes, same here.
now I know why I went to Pod Systems, I think, because I just canned the juice. Also, I have got my Artery PAL 2 Tony B influenced all in one whatchamacallit. And in that, I have got some Pod Salts fusions with Big Tasty Cola and Lime, really good. And I have got my Gentleman Edition Me Pod with the red pod, and in that I have got some Pod Salt Mango Ice, loving it. So I will pass it over to chat. No, not really. Go on, Nick.
Thanks. How is Nick Salt in a mech mod, by the way, Jay?
Huh?
How is Nick Salt on the Ardent?
I don't. Banoffee pie, mate. You're not listening to me.
I just assumed it should just be called J Live Vape and Salt.
I have been dripping salts, but on my Berserker MTO RDA.
How much Nick Salt did you actually pick up from Expo?
More than I can count at the moment. I've got liters of it. But
Like
I
a
have,
gallon, yeah.
I've dropped down.
Oh,
Most of it is 10 milligrams.
oh, look at you!
Did you pick up the Moti or Motti, whatever you want to call it, pod system?
No.
Fight your way through the curtains.
No.
Did you get yourself on? They was giving away 50ml Nick. These have got 50ml Nick in it.
You can
Completely blow my head off.
There's a few people doing 50 milligram there. I won't name names. Don't worry.
That is intense.
All right. So mine's actually kind of short and sweet. I've got the
Well done.
Wismic.
Thank you. Moving on.
Shut up. I've got the Wismic RX2 21700 with the Rebirth tank on top of there from Hell Vape and Mike Vapes. We've got some Ultimate Juice in there, Ultimate Puff Soda, Black Currant Crush. This is my new jam, my new favorite. Oh, it's so good. Can't even tell you guys. I picked up 4 120 mils of this stuff at the show. Big shout out to the guys over at Ultimate Juice for that. Speaking of them, the next setup I've got is the SQ217 with the Mike Vapes Rebirth RDA on top of there. And I've got some 226 Wise Guy. This is by the people at Ultimate Juice as well. And this one is a mango menthol. Really, really good. I'm loving it right now. It's nice and icy. Really cool.
I like that.
Then
range.
I've got the Carbon Edition Topside Dual in an unreleased color. Apparently, they're not going to release this one. The box says red. As you can see, it's kind of orangish. So I think that's the reason that they're not releasing this particular one. They're still working on it. But you'll be seeing these on the market in about probably 2 weeks' time. I've got the Goat RDA on top of there. And I've got some 12 Monkeys Tropica Iced. This is, one of my new jams. They hooked it up big time. big time. Me, Poggy, and Jay all at the stand. He's like, yeah, just pick out like 3-4 bottles. And we're just like, oh, okay, well, Jay got the full line of Nick Salts. I got the full line of Nick Salts. Like t-shirts, hats, all that stuff, all the swag. So massive shout out to the guys over at 12 Monkeys. I got hooked up a lot. Ultimate Juice hooked me up big time, and UJ and Poggy as well. Except Jay got a few things that I didn't get, which I'm a little bit offended by. Jay got the PAL given to him. I don't know how you pulled that one off, Jay, but well done. You got the PAL. I was left high and dry with my little phone out going, we chat. But they took down my information.
I'm loving it. It's fucking amazing. This is like, seriously, like I went back and I bought like 60 coils for this thing just because on the first day I knew like it's a really good system. So I've only just put the second coil in as well today.
Wow.
60 coils, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. He kept going back going, oh, can I get a deal if I get 2 packs? Can you throw one?
Mate, I just, when I'm hitting it, I just love it. It's just a really nice vape. The only thing, I'm going to do a review on it, but there is a few little gripes, so...
You'll have to wait for the review on that one. Make sure you subscribe to Jay. Live Vape and Chill. Jules Mama Vapes will put the link down in the description, I'm sure.
I have got to give another big shout out to Dilly Gaff.
Oh, yes.
Because when he handed me the last piston, I was happy with it. Really happy with it. I like yours, man. That's wicked. And I was like, yeah, that's nice. And then he came up to me at Expo and said, look, last time I give you one, it was only a medium one. Everybody else has got big ones. I thought, oh, yeah. And then he presented me with the larger size ones. So now I have 2 to the collection. Big shout out to Dilly Gaff. If you haven't, get over there, follow him on Facebook and whatever, and like he makes some real good stuff, customized stuff as well. Big shout out to you, Stevie. Enough love. And Mama Vapes. Whoa.
Just a big shout out to John Lynn. He has donated 200 knock, is it?
200 knock.
Knock? Evening, peeps. That's it. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it.
SAVS group. Hashtag SAVS group. We need our own hashtag. Like a proper one. I don't know. We'll think of something. So let's see. What should we talk about? Real quick, I think we should go through to all of us that were Expo. Sorry, guys. A quick highlight and a quick low light of Expo. We'll start with Jay. Jay?
Yeah.
Give us a quick highlight and a quick low light, like something awesome and something that kind of sucked about Expo. Go.
I don't know. Let me think.
Fine. All right. Aiden, you got something for us?
Highlight was obviously meeting everybody, meeting up with you, Simon. Everybody was there. It was nice being back with the family and having a really good giggle.
Stop my answer, bastard.
The low life of it was the actual. There were just tons and tons of pods.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I didn't have any time for them.
And I've got a lot of them here.
Aiden's like,
So it
yeah, I
wasn't
hate
that
all
low.
the pods. I'll take one, thank you.
Yeah.
Especially the 50 mil Nickenham.
Well, it's just because you're not used to it. You got to get used to it. That's all. 50 milligram. I'm not supposed to be doing nicotine, as I have stated. I'm trying to quit nicotine, but they keep sending me these damn pod systems.
Yeah.
Get so many of these things.
Come on, man. The first
Which
thing
thing?
you asked me when you got into the car, have you got any nicotine?
Well, after the day I had, that was rough, man. They lost my bag in Ireland.
10
in
hours,
Dublin.
10 hours holding a piss from America to the UK.
Oh,
Oh. Holy shit, man.
yeah. I didn't even have time in between flights. My flight over was a little bit late, and my flight out was in like 45 minutes, and I had to get through passport control. They were pulling everyone off my flight out of line and going straight to the front of the queue. And they're like, how long are you here? I'm like, till Monday. Where are you staying? You know, Birmingham. Okay, thanks. Gone. I'm like, thank you. Yeah.
Melody, you're more than welcome. It was our pleasure.
So, Jay, I know Jay's not ready yet, so I'm going to go highlight. We met up with these guys from the True Vapors group, and we went out to the Chinese buffet that they are doing every year. And there's 2 guys there that were having a good laugh, you know, being loud, and, you know, it's whatever. It's a party. Just figured they were hitting the beer a little bit earlier than us. And they came back in from going outside to vape, and I lean over to True Chris and I say, are they all right? They're good? And he's just like, oh no, they're fine. They just have Tourette's. They're just like, really? And like, basically they were like, yeah, it's a thing. You know, we're used to it by now. And they're used to questions. So I was just like, do you mind if I like ask you like some things? Cause like, obviously I'm curious. So not only did they were more accepting of us asking all the annoying questions, but they were a laugh riot, man. I haven't laughed that hard in years. I was bent over, coughing, just dying.
I ached all the next day.
Oh, my belly just ached, yeah, from laughing so hard. But those guys were awesome. What was it, Matt and Sean? Those guys are great. They hit me up in my Instagram DMs. They said, you know, thank you for being so cool with us and this and that. I'm like, no, man, thank you, because I was the annoying guy asking you a million questions when all you wanted to do was just have a good time and laugh and everything. But, you know, for them to be so accepting of our curiosity and kind of vice versa, they were accepting of our, like, you know, just not laughing at them, laughing with them.
Yeah.
You know, because their tics, some of them were funny, you know. they were
Stood there.
entertaining.
I can't fly anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a ballerina, you know. but they were hilarious though. They're just funny guys in general. And actually, Sean, we were singing karaoke, and he's actually a really good singer.
Real good.
I was well surprised with that, but those guys were awesome. I said this on the Vape Stew the other night. Just awesome guys. And not only that, they're also planning on coming out with their own YouTube channel pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to promote them, and we might actually get to have them on SAVS at some point, which would be really cool. But yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights of the weekend. As far as a low light, oh man, I don't know. Just not having enough time, really. I was barely able to see the whole show. Once again, just kind of, I wish I brought more Blaz over. I wish I could shake more people's hands. I got a few messages saying, "Oh, I missed you at Expo." I'm like, how? How did you miss me? So just not having enough time over there and not getting enough time to spend with everybody. Just a damn shame. I really wish I could stay longer. But overall, it was a good trip. It was really good fun. And can't wait till next time I'm over there, to be honest. Jay, do you have something for us yet?
No, I was just listening to you.
Oh my God. Simon, why don't you take us away?
So I'd be lying, of course, if I didn't say the awards, but that would be in the highlight. But that aside, for me, Expo is the social side. Absolutely loved meeting everybody. Just being, you know, I'm probably the least. I'm not vape famous at all, so I'm the least sort of vape famous person in that group. But I was just making me feel part of that whole family, and the people that came up to me while I was walking around and said congratulations on the award, and you know, congratulations on Coily. That was just the real highlight for me. So the social aspect of it. The low light was for me was that I desperately wanted to buy a bulk RTA. And Umie refused to sell me one because they only had 5 left on the stand. So that was the theme for me. Was there was so many things that I saw that if you wanted to buy, you couldn't buy. They just weren't available on the stand. So that was my low light, unfortunately.
Yeah, understandable. And I feel partially responsible for that because apparently Fagan told Mike Vapes to go grab all of the bulks off the stand and give them out to all the reviewers. So that's what I'm saying, man. You got to start a YouTube channel.
Well, the worst bit about it was I met 2 friends there, and they were after the bulk out here, and they couldn't find the stand. They didn't know where it was, and I got to the Umie stand. They were just literally about 20 yards. So I waved at them, pointed them. They jumped onto the stand. They wanted 3, but went away with 2. Before me, and then when I went back, they said no more.
Oh, so you actually helped someone else get one.
I did. Yeah.
Get one yourself.
Yeah. So.
That's kind of a bummer. But I will say that a lot of other products that were there were not quite ready for the market yet, including the Carbon Edition, Topside Dual. These are not fully released yet. There's the bulk, like you mentioned. There was the Recurve Dual. It wasn't quite the full production run at the show. So people that picked them up there got like the early version that didn't have everything in the bottom of the box, apparently. And the what was it? Passage RDA from Hellvape. That one, again, it's like 30 days out. So I don't think anyone was quite prepared. So I feel like more people are going to get a better experience at the shows coming up, like Italy and Stuttgart. They're actually going to get like a better experience because it'll be ready for the actual market. So we kind of got screwed out of that one. I feel like I need my money back. Who do I complain to? So we haven't heard a lot. Oh, Jay, do you have anything?
Meeting up with everyone was probably my highlight. Just hanging out and having a cool time. You know, I just love that. It's just wicked. For me, going to these shows now is just like meeting up with the reviewers. Like, I know we see each other like on streams and chatting in groups and stuff like that, but it's not like when you get together and have a good old drink at the end of the night and chat for real. Like, you know, it's really good. That's probably the highlight for me, just meeting up with everyone and everyone that come up to me and, you know, wanted to talk to me. And like, even now I still find it overwhelming, you know, but yeah, I've got all the time in the day for them people that want to come out their way to stop me and talk to me, I'll chat to you forever. Sometimes you got to tell me to shut up, or else I'll just keep going on. But yeah, that's my highlight. Low light is probably it finishing so soon, and I've got to wait a long time for the next one. Well, not too much of a long time, but yeah, it's like one of them things. You get like the Expo blues, like you think, oh man, it's been such a hectic weekend, and normal life has got to resume, and because it's just so different when you go to one of these shows. It's like, I don't know, it's just crazy weird. Like you just up all night and you having such a laugh and partying, but yeah,
having a press pass, getting that treatment.
Yeah,
you know?
It's really good. I love it, and yeah. But yes,
Right on.
Moving on. Who wants to? We haven't heard from Mike or Mo.
I was gonna say
We weren't there.
We were there.
I know he wasn't there.
I was gonna say to those two, what's going on? How did you spend your last couple of weeks, man? We haven't talked to you in quite some time.
I've been working, mate, sitting in traffic.
Oh God!
Yeah, same working. And
Literally, I mean,
family down at the weekend.
Friday and Sunday, I literally spent the days sitting in traffic.
Is that a highlight or a low light?
That's the low light of being a driver.
Okay.
Highlight is they didn't have to spend all their money.
Yeah, highlight for me was I had family come down from away that I only get to see once every 4 or 5 years. They come down our way. So that was something on a positive note for not being able to make the expo. Got to see them, which was really good. Had a nice catch up with them and a few beers with the family, which was nice. But obviously the low light was not being able to be with you guys in person for the expo, which I'm gutted about. Absolutely mortified about that. But there's October to look forward to, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yep,
We're going to be sick, probably.
I will be making sure I make October.
Definitely going to be there in October.
Yep.
So I will be making up for.
And I might even go as far as go up on a Thursday night and come back on the Sunday night.
Yeah. I normally go up on the Thursday and come back on the Monday.
But normally I go up on the Friday morning and go straight to the show.
I like to get there the Thursday because you can have, a chill out on the Thursday or have a few beers and then you're fresh and ready to go depending how much you have.
Well, from my house, Birmingham's only an hour and a half to 2 hour drive, depending on the traffic, obviously.
Hour and a half? What are you driving? A fucking jumbo jet?
No, little MG.
I don't know if you've noticed the prices of like nearly 50% extra on the Premier Inn.
Oh, Pud.
I paid about 180 quid, I think it was, for the 3 nights, and then obviously £30 for your breakfast. Now it's £300 just for the 3 nights.
What?
Yep.
Pud cuffs. Still managed to almost have my car seized and searched by the police at the toll, despite not being there. Right. Funny story. They were on their way to Pud Puffs and Vaping with TC were on their way to the expo. And we were all in the Zoom call, and they had it coming through on the Bluetooth sound system in the car. So it was coming through on the speakers. So they got down part of their journey. They had to stop at a toll bridge. So they could, we were all talking amongst ourselves and all. And as they were going through the toll booth, the woman that was like taking the money or whatever, I came through and I was going, help, I'm in the boot. Help! The speakers. As they were driving off, help!
Oh my
We're in
God!
stitches, man.
How many stitches with that? Pud Puff, we were absolutely getting hammered in the bar on the Saturday night, and he would tell me about that. I was absolutely pissing myself with it. Let me out!
Yeah, brilliant timing that was.
Man, that Saturday. I think the Thursday idea is awesome because you get there early, you get that chance to kind of acclimate a little bit to the scenario and just relax a little. You might have gotten a little too drunk on the Thursday.
What are you on about?
Yeah. But me, like that Saturday was an absolute mess. We were outside. It was pretty chilly out, but we were all outside hanging out with Sean and Matt and those guys from True Vapor Group. And everyone's inside. So the bar's already closed. And we're like, let's go inside to warm up real quick. So we go inside. Everyone's in there having a good laugh and drinking up. And, you know, we get about maybe 5 minutes. And then the lady comes in and goes, we're not allowed to have you guys drinking your own alcohol in here. You got to move it to your rooms. Well, we said, nah, let's go back outside and drink some more. So we went back outside, spent a good probably another hour out there. And then she comes out and yells at us. We've got 3 people calling the front desk saying they're going to call the police if you guys don't quiet down, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's late. Go back to your rooms. And we're like, at that point, it was beyond the peak. So everyone was still wanting to party. There was plenty of alcohol left and no one wanted to go to bed yet. But that was rough. Aiden, I don't know how you ended up on the ground.
You might want to ask MF Vapes how I ended up on the ground.
That's when I knew. I'm like, that's it, bedtime.
That was that litre bottle of paint strip you was drinking.
Oh my God. Aiden's like, I have vodka. Glug, glug, glug.
And now you wonder why they've hiked the prices up to 300 quid.
Yeah.
They don't want us to go back.
You're getting your money's worth out of it, right?
Yeah.
Then I forget, like, Jay, your card didn't work. So I gave you mine, forgetting that in order to get to the door, I have to get through that first one that you need your card for. So I'm like, crap. It's like probably 3:45 in the morning. And I was lucky enough to find someone that could get me a new key. He was not happy about it, first of all. And I managed to get in the door. But yeah, that was probably bad planning on my part.
I found something out about those keys, why they don't work. Because I don't know if it's the same with the Premier Inn, but in the hotel I stayed at last time, our keys, like the key cards to get into the lift and the rooms and stuff, stopped working. And they said if you go into the NEC, there's something in the NEC building itself that I don't know if it's like some kind of like, what's the word, like radio waves or something. It disables the key as you pass it. It sort of wipes the keys.
Yeah.
So re-register them at the desk to get back to your rooms.
It does that if you put it with
said
your phone.
us, sorry, what they said to us was it's your mobile phone. If you put it in your mobile phone, it wipes it.
Ah, there you go. It could be that then as well.
I suppose the other bit could be as well if it was static.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's
I feel
just
like
what they told us.
I feel like they stole all the information off my phone now. Thanks. So real quick, I proposed this earlier in the stream and chat. If anyone has questions for Mr. Coily, please feel free to ask them in chat now. And I need everybody to have eyes on chat for any questions.
Yes.
But I've got one question for Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got any plans to do a type of coily for the postless build decks?
So originally, Coily was for postless. That was why I created it initially. The notches on the side for the post came as a secondary thought. And originally, there used to be like some sort of measuring tool for postless decks, but it was too complicated. It was difficult to get injection molded and everything else. So that was why the website was created with the leg lengths on the leg lengths page on the website, so people could go and submit the leg lengths, so you didn't actually have to measure it. What I do is I stick a coil down at the leg, the sort of long leg of the coil, bend it, and then put it against the notches to see how deep the hole is.
Mm-hmm.
But I would want to try and do something where you can actually measure it. But again, it's down to the cost and the engineering aspect of it as well.
Yep.
So yes, I would like to do, but for now, no. It's use the website, and I'm trying to create an app as well, and I'm doing improvements to the leg lengths page on the website as well to make it a bit better and a bit more easy to search and things like that.
So that kind of actually almost covers Liz's question here. She asks, Mr. Coily, are you planning on a version 2?
I have started a version 2. I started a version 2 about a month ago, something like that, maybe a bit more actually, a couple of months ago. But it's time. My job, as Aidan will tell you, my job's changed recently, which takes me out of everything around Coily has to be done in my spare time because I've got my normal day job. I'm a software developer, freelance, so everything has to fit around that. So everything that I do is done on evenings and parts of the weekend. So yes, I'm trying to get a V2 out there at the moment. There is some new things on it. It will look different. That's all I can say at the moment. So. Chunk, yes, I have looked at what you mentioned. The other thing, Mike, as well. You asked me a few months ago about being able to get logos onto it as well instead of just text. So that's something that I'm looking to get onto the V2 as well.
Cool.
Be able to have logos in there.
James McDonough asks, "Is it going to cut the coil?"
No, I've had lots of ideas about cutting and shaping coils and things like that, but again, it's just the cost and the manufacturing costs are just. If you make something that's too expensive, you take it out of the of sort of being viable. People just say, "I'm not paying all that money for something that I can just do." You know, it's keeping it viable.
Understandably, yeah. I mean, you want to keep it cheap enough to make it mass marketable. You know, you don't want to make this like an elitist, high-end sort of thing. Actually, that kind of brings up an interesting point. Have you ever thought about doing something with like stab wood or anything fancy like that?
I would like to. Bessie Goldsmith, who does an awful lot of sort of bits and pieces, he actually made me a wooden coil.
Oh, nice.
But it's a slightly different process to 3D printing. 3D printing, you create an STL file and it gets printed out. This you've got to sort of do. I can't remember what it is now, but you've sort of got how it cuts rather than actually printing something out. So it's a different process. So I'd still like to do a metal one. I'd still like to do an aluminium or something like that. But again, it's fine. I've had a few people get in touch, but it's just so expensive to get metal, formed in something like that. Really expensive to get it done.
Yeah. How long was the Coily in development for before it actually became a thing?
I started working on it in about July, August 2017. And the first version went out there, I believe, in January 2018. So it was about 5 months or so, 4 or 5 months before it actually got out there. And I said it was with 20 people initially in a Facebook group. And that Facebook group's still there. It's hidden so nobody can see it, but that Facebook group's still there where all the testing was going on. And all the different versions and everything else that we went through, all the different phases. I mean, it changed dramatically from what it was in the very early days to what it is now. But yeah, about 5 months or so. And then initially it was just 3D printed when we first released it, and I think anybody that was in the Facebook group saw them. They used to sell out. I think it was about 10 a post, but about a week, and they just went. They were gone in 2 or 3 seconds. And then we eventually got the injection molded version Mark from Nature Vape. Assisted, we sort of had a half and half share in the investment into the injection molding because that's a really expensive process. Which is why he's so heavily involved with it. He saw it from day one, loved it, and we got it injection molded. So that was when we got the retail versions out. And that's you can't believe the difference that made to the Facebook group, the sort of batch going on there. It went from going out in 5 seconds to actually taking about an hour before they all sold out, which for me was great. I mean, the printer never really stops going. It's pretty much going 24/7, 7 days a week.
So that was the first thing your wife said, wasn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Worth that damn printer going off all the time.
Yeah, but honestly, the one person that I mentioned that there was, but I haven't mentioned her, is my wife. She's had to put up with an awful lot of grief with this printer going, and she used to help me pack all the coilies every week, putting them into boxes and putting the tags on. And poor old Mark's partner, Tina, Mark from Nature Vape, his partner, Tina, she has to put all the tags on the retail version. So I'm not sure how many they've sold now, but I think it's in excess of about 4,000. So she's had to put 4,000 tags onto coilers. So yeah.
Have you got any plans for like a celebratory version of the Coily? Like, would you do like a limited run of
It's not
few.
That's a good idea, actually. An award edition. Yeah, that's
just a limited run of a certain amount of number, and it's like get them while they're hot kind of thing.
There is a
breakthrough version.
You do one. Can I not have one in pink?
There's a limited. This one's a slight defect one, but there's a limited edition silver one, which never ever gets sold. I never sell that. The only way you get that is to get given one. It's still 3D printed, but I never ever sell that one. There's a few people got it, and I've given out about 10 or so, something like that. Someone out for.
You get nothing.
I've got 4 of them and a pink one.
But yeah, that's a good idea, man. I never thought about doing that. I should have an award special, a limited. Yeah.
God damn.
Well, apparently you might be getting into the U.S. market as well. That's what I heard through the grapevine, at least.
Yes. I need to speak to that person. I've been wrong from my feet since I got back from Expo, but I need to get in touch with that person. There is a few vendors in the US. Obviously, Mike Votes being one of them. Hit that juice. He has them in store. RR Coils, Coil Clout as well. I think stock them, but it would be absolutely fantastic to get some more into that store that you're talking about.
Very nice, very nice. Well, we're about to wrap it up. Does anyone else have anything on their chest that they want to talk about?
A couple of hairs poking through. That's what I've got on my chest.
Right on.
Right
Hold
on.
Alan, oh my God,
Alan!
those guys. I actually heard them from across the way. Just Alan. I'm Steve. Steve. Oh, those guys were just a hoot.
Don't say vagina.
Yeah. No, he actually came up. He's got this motor tick that whenever he says cock punch, you run because he will punch you in the cock. So I'm filming. I've got my camera over my head, filming at the stage. All of a sudden, I hear cock punch in my ear, and I go, "Whoa!" And he just laughs and runs away. I'm like, "Oh my God!"
Well, I had all my stuff down in the reviewers area. I was just doing shit with it, and he came up. He was at the side of me. He was looking at me like, cock punch. I was like, oh my God. So I just fucking left the stuff and just fucking turned around and faced the wall. And he was in fucking stitches. I'm sure he was doing it on purpose to wind me out. Oh, what a legend. He actually gave me a message on Instagram as well. Like, awesome guys. Really awesome. Absolutely. Truly
Derek.
amazing.
Oh my God.
So I just want to do something for the people who haven't got a Coily already. Do you want to say where you can pick it up from and stuff like that?
Yeah, so if you go to there's two websites for Coily. There's the main website, which is coilytool.co.uk or coilytool.com. If you go onto there's a where to buy page. And on that where to buy, there's a full list of vendors who stock the retail version, which is the injection molded version, which is the standard Coily on there. So if you look on there's a full list: international vendors, US, Australia, Canada, and so on and so on. They're listed fully on there. If you want the 3D printed version, there is also a website which is coilytool.shop. And on there you can choose either a standard 3D printed one with Coily on it, which is a bit cheaper, than the custom text one, where you can have up to 8 to 10 characters of your own choice on there and choose which colour you want. Yeah, that's it, just like that. They're all on the coilytool.shop website, and you can also, the one thing that I didn't mention that I've added to the website a while ago is coils. So we've got some high quality sort of the smaller builders coils like Reno's Vapes, RR Coils, Coil Clout. So we've got all of those coils and cotton on there as well, so you can get coils and cotton.
Mo, yours is green, isn't it?
I use knob jockey.
Oh my God! That's great. That is great. Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah, there's a blue one.
There you go. Everyone
Yes.
hold up your coily.
There you go.
I've got ones in the build kit.
Off you.
Everyone get their screenshots ready.
See, it just proves I've never got Coily far away. You need to
Oh my
get.
God, Aiden, how many do you have?
Shit.
I've got 4.
Oh my God.
Fucking
Can't
hell.
believe I was showing my green one. I don't know if it showed up because Jay's meddling.
It
No,
shows
it does
up.
not show up.
It shows
It's
up
black.
Bastards.
Aiden's complaining about not having a pink one. You have 3 other ones.
I have
man.
got a pink one.
Coilies.
No, but you have
Coilies
more.
everywhere.
They're everywhere. Coily
Two with my
takeover.
name on.
That was me. That was my actual 3D printed one. That one with
So
a little
it's
bro on it.
special to you. There you
That
go.
was that was actually the original one that got sent to me, which would have been in the January.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
blue ones.
Yeah, I think I got mine from the first batch, the orange one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good, man. So good.
Oh,
Well deserved
damn.
award, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dan says meme of the week. Jay, are you prepared?
Am I prepared? Everybody shut up a minute.
Memes of the week.
Shut up.
Meme of the week.
There we go.
All right. Do we
Damn
have a meme set up here?
Yeah, it's
Oh
already
my
done.
God, it's still Mike. That's great. The intro's still Mike.
No prizes for guessing who it is this week.
There we go.
My
So-
bro is a 3-eyed raven.
So before we go, we've got to do what's your favourite cheese section as well. So
Didn't we already do this with Simon?
I'm doing it again.
There you go.
What's your favourite show?
What's your favourite cheese? What's your favourite cheese?
your favourite cheese?
Yeah, Dio. What's your favourite cheese?